Yeah.
and you have to go to a new country. Sometimes people don't make research. They don't think what are the things I want to achieve in that country. Why do I have to leave my comfort zone where I was born and brought up to go to another man's country and start living? You know, we grow up in Nigeria. At least most of us will travel before when we are 30s or before we get to 30. You
Yeah.
know, you live all your whole 30 years in Nigeria or 40 years in Nigeria before you decide to migrate. So when you want to migrate, you have to think at certain factors. Since you think of the language barrier, you think of the cultural differences, you think of the job opportunities in that country, you think of the weather, you think of how to legalize your visa status and to get a permanent stay or to get a resident permit in that country. So
Yeah.
now, many people, especially the modern travelers now, people that want to travel now, like I have a friend, he said, man, I want to leave this country. Any country, my own now just to leave this Nigeria. I say, you just want to leave Nigeria. What do you mean by you just want to leave Nigeria? Is it like Nigeria is biting you? Is it like Nigeria is killing you? Is there any sickness? Is there any influence of sickness there that's killing you? We understand that there's a hardship caused by economic policies by the present government or present ruling system, APC.
Yeah.
We understand that, but that does not mean that you can just decide to pack your bag and leave Nigeria to any country you find yourself. You have to make your research. You have to decide, okay, this is country I want to go. There's so many countries in the world.
Okay.
More than more than how many countries in the world? I don't know. It's more than 100 countries in the world.
More.
So
Yeah.
if you remove Africa, Africa is like 50 something. In other parts of the world, there's more than 50. Now you think of Asia, Europe, you think of Australia, which other continents. Now this continent they made up of different countries. You know, then you decide, okay, this is country I will go that I will not struggle with English language. There's some country when I went to Hong Kong last year. When I visited Hong Kong, the taxi man that carried me cannot even speak single English. Single one, single. Like, I think he doesn't even know what his phone. And my phone was, I had no SIM card. I was going to see my friend. My friend gave me the address. So I showed him the address. He was taking me there. When I arrived there, I said, okay, give me your phone. Let me call him to tell him I've arrived. He can't
Yeah.
even know what I was saying. And I have no internet on my phone to start interpreting or
Incomplete.
lucky my friend
Exactly.
had to come out. So if you're moving to a country like that, Hong Kong, assuming you move to Hong Kong, you want to start living there. Country like that don't have anything to do with English. It's only few of them that are growing or the little ones are trying to integrate with English, but them they don't care about your English. So you got to think about the struggle for you to start working in that kind of environment. If you're traveling to Hong Kong, are you gonna learn their language? How long will it take you to learn their language? If you are working in an industry or somewhere, a factory, you need to talk to your manager. If someone
Sure.
is bullying you, if someone is telling something bad about you, you need to understand what they're saying. So if you decide to move to Hong Kong because you know that Hong Kong people, like my brother lives here, he's building house in Nigeria, he's sending money. Do you know how long it takes him for him to stay in that country, assimilate, integrate, learn their language? So you have to make your research before you start moving. These are things that many of us don't do. They just move to a country, and also some countries, the legalization of permanent status or visa has become so difficult now because
Yeah.
many people are traveling from where migration has become a difficult task in the whole world. Every country is dealing with migration, except
Mm.
like even Nigeria is dealing with migration. People from Chad are migrating in large number in Nigeria to Nigeria. You know,
But are we going to say because of that language barrier, uh, is that the reason why most Nigerians travel to America, to UK, to Australia because of the English?
that
Yeah.
is one of the major reasons why you see a lot of Nigeria in UK because of the language barrier. Because if you're in UK, Australia, America, or New Zealand, those countries that speaks majorly English is their main language. At least they have accents. they speak faster, they have intonation, they have phone, but somehow, somewhere, you will still understand what they're saying. They
Yeah.
use come, hey, come here, what's your name? At least you understand those basic one. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
if they're talking something about you, if you go to a park now, you want to go home, you are stuck. Because when you move to a new country, you're on your own. No one care about you. Even your own brother doesn't care. You want to take a taxi to where you live, back home. How do you do that? You have to get a taxi, right? You have to communicate to the taxi, look, I'm going to this place, or I'm going to my workplace. So language is one of the major reason majority of us from Nigeria move to those countries you mentioned. If you look at people from France, people from Africa, from um, people from Cameroon, majority of them move to France. That is where they base.
Because of
Why
the
is
language.
France is their colonial master. They speak French. The French in France is the same as the one in Cameroon, but there may be a little bit of lingual or differences in the accent, but it's the same. If you look at people from Brazil, most of them move to Portugal. People from Cape Verde. I have a friend from this country,
Yeah.
Angola. They are Portuguese, like Angola Portuguese. They first migrated to Portugal before they moved to Australia because of the language, you know, similarities.
Mhm.
So that is one thing people have to understand. You know, if you can move to a different country that doesn't know English, that's fine. But their language should be that their major language should be like 80%. Some of them can, like you
Mm.
live in Netherlands. Holland they speak Polish, right?
No,
But
we speak
majority,
Dutch.
sorry, they speak Dutch. Majority of them understand English
Sure, sure.
because they travel now. The modern ones, maybe the ones of 80s, 90s, they are older ones they don't understand. But the
Mm.
modern ones, they want to speak English. They travel,
That's the
they
travel.
try to integrate. Yeah. So country like that, majority of them speak their language. Majority
And,
of them
and,
understand
and, and and also
English.
they make it compulsory in schools now as well, English language. They
You
teach them
see,
English
so
language.
yes, so if you move to Western Europe, country like that, it will really not be too hard because majority of them speak English as second language. They may not
Yeah.
speak it as first language, but they speak English as second language. So things like that it can be so easier for you. And country like that, they also understand human rights. You have power to defend yourself. If you travel to those countries, you are arrested or you get in trouble, they will provide a lawyer for you to fight for you. They'll give you a lawyer. Even
Yeah.
though they know you're wrong, they will say as you this is legal lawyer. They call it pro bono, like free legal aid lawyer. They will be
Yeah.
the one to defend you, even though they know you are wrong. You have something with you, they caught you with something. But at least you are entitled as a human right to get a lawyer. You can't just be jumping in the jail. They can't just conclude on your case, you know. So the same if you're Nigeria, some of us now, most of us, if they don't have any legal status, they apply for Adoro, which me and most of us don't have issue to apply for
Yeah.
Adoro. Someone from Abia State cannot apply for Adoro. There's no war in Abia State, you know. So now most of us in Nigeria we apply for Adoro. While you are still processing, if you are lucky, you get a work permit. If you are lucky, you married from that country. As soon as you married, they will now legalize your stay in that country. They will not just kick you out or jail you because you're on Adoro visa. But at least you have a visa that allows you to walk and move around, have a bank account, have a Medicare, have a transportation card, have many other things that the country benefit from, while they are still processing your case. So that is why it's very important to make your research before you think of traveling to any country. Because traveling is good, it's part of education. If we don't travel, me and you will not have so much experience. There's certain things we know that people in Nigeria doesn't know because
That's
of
true.
we have access to modern technology. Sometimes my mother will be telling me, oh, they do this in Nigeria. They already put the news. They say this happened. I say, Mommy, don't worry. Don't tell me I know about it before you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because we have more information than people in Nigeria. Everything that
Exactly.
happens in Nigeria, me and you will first hear them before them. If
Before
Tunde
people
knows,
before
if
the people in
Tunde
Nigeria.
knows no post am, Linda Ikeji will post it. Um, Sahara reporter will post it.
Easter
This all
blog,
these our
Gojana.
olden days newspaper. They
Yeah,
are all now on social media. Punch
exactly.
newspaper is on social media. This day
Yeah.
is on social media. NTA, even this Nigeria NTA news, sabi, they are now on
Entering.
social media. Yeah, they do live everything. You live stream it, you watch them. So I said,
Okay.
"Mommy, everything is on news." Yeah.
Let me ask you this, sir. What do you see to these to some Nigerian that they call themselves agents? Because sometimes when I scroll around social media, I see them that they will be quote and unquote, they'll be deceiving people. Yeah, that I mean, you get to social place, especially like where I am now. It happens that I saw one that was really giving them the kind of lectures. Yeah, don't worry, when you get to Netherlands, they give you work, they give you this, they give you that. I was like, hey, slow down, bro. The guy was just lying to them there, and me, I'm here, and I really know what it takes before you can have all these documents that is just telling them like this, is telling them like this. And also some agents also, we've heard it that some of them will tell the Nigerians who are desperate to travel out of Nigeria, they will tell them that don't worry, when you get to Uzbekistan or the whatever, that is
Mhm.
just a short train to Europe, not to America. And these people, they don't know, they will just get the visa, they will give it to them. By the time they get stuck, then they will be calling home. Home will be sending them money. Especially, we have a lot of Nigerians who got stuck in Cyprus as we speak right now, just
Yeah.
because of all these agents of the thing. So how do we know the real agent, or how do we, canvas to Nigerians so that they will not fall into prey to all these bad agents?
Well, the issue with agents is, is becoming another source of scamming people in Nigeria. The EFCC is looking about Yahoo, online scammer, online Yahoo, but they forgot that there's another modern way. Most of those guys that do on this laptop Yahoo guys, they all now join agency, traveling agents. So the issue of agency in Nigeria should be regulated. You know, if you are not registered, you can't practice migration. You must have a registered company. You must be registered. Here in Australia, there's what they call MARA number. If you don't have that MARA number, it's an offense. It's illegal for you to practice agent, collect money from someone in the hope that you give him or help him to get a visa to a
Yeah.
country. This agent will promise you heaven and earth. They will tell you they will help you to get a work first in that country, apply for visa for you, get you accommodation, get you feeding, you get a good paid salary, and your visa is 5 years visa. They never tell you that no country, there's genuine agents, notwithstanding, there's still good ones, but majority
Yeah.
of them now are taking advantage of Nigeria. They're preying on people because they understand that people are very desperate to leave that country. So
Yeah.
now, what they do is that they will create a social media, they will be promoting their page, they will go and get a fake passport, they will show you how Hungary has given them 5 years work visa. How they will find a fake person, the person will give a testimony how he was able to secure 2 years UK work visa. You know, then people now, because they very poor, they are very desperate to leave, they will not believe them. Then they will
Mm.
chat them up on social media. Most of the time, you use social media now because it's easier to promote yourself on social media you know than getting an office. Most of them don't have any office, any address like where you have to go to them. They will just say, "Oh, if you want to come to the office," they say, "No, I'm not. I don't have any office. You can just give me on WhatsApp." They will direct you on their WhatsApp chat. Then they
Mhm.
will now start convincing you to pay 6 million, 7 million as initial deposit for them to get you France visa. Once you get France tourist visa, you can now move to Poland. When you move to Poland, you either take asylum or there's someone there in Poland that is gonna give you a job, and the person will give you accommodation as well as feeding while you are there. Then after 1 or 2 months, they will start getting 1,002 or 2,000 euro per month. And someone that haven't got that kind of money before in Nigeria, people convert money so quick.
Sure.
Once they hear 2,000 euro, They will now, oh man, 2,000 euro is 3 million, 3 million. Well, wow, if I do that 1 year, I go build house, I go buy land, I go fat 3 million every year. If I dey get 3 million every year now, how much? That land there na 6 million. I go buy am like six. After I don't work 3 months.
Yeah.
People know that they have that happy or fantasy of the world out there. They think that it's as easy as it is when these guys are saying it. These are people that have not traveled before. The migration agent have not even traveled before. If it's that easy, how come him is still in Nigeria? He hasn't traveled. How come he doesn't give it to his own family member that
Yeah.
are suffering in their villages? You know? So those guys now will collect that money. Once you start calling them, they will tell you, "Oh, I've seen a lot of people," because my page, I deal with a lot of people. Sometimes I don't even reply anymore because of people think I'm a migration lawyer. I do migration agency. I always say it on my page. I'm not a migration. I always give that as what's it called again? Like when I before I start talking anything migration, I always put it there that I'm not a migration lawyer. Before someone will use my video and go and give immigration, because here I
Yeah.
live, there's still only law. Law here is
Yeah.
so strict. So they will say, "Oh, there's this guy that lives here. His name is David. He's doing migration lawyer. How is he practicing or whatever?" So I always said it. See, guy, I'm not a migration lawyer. I'm just speaking as a travel advisor. I travel a lot. I've been to countries, so I have experience. I'm a reader. I read a lot, so I know about things like that. So I don't go about collecting anyone money. If you want any migration advice, meet a professional migration agent to advise you, and you
Yeah.
also have to make sure you make your own research based on what I told you. So now back to what I was saying. Most of these guys now, they will collect money from this migration and these young people or these desperate, gullible Nigerians. They will tell them that the visa will take 3 4 months. After 3 4 months, sometimes you will even be calling them, they will not pick your call anymore. You
Whoa.
know, yes, some of them will not pick call anymore. They will tell you that blah blah blah. They are not migration lawyer. They are not the immigration. That their own is to apply. I have a boy that came to me last time. New Zealand is not. New Zealand is a neighbor to Australia, but you have to take 4 hours flight to Australia. It's 4 hours flight from Australia. It's the closest country in Australia to Australia. So 4 hours flight. So New Zealand has been people have been promoting work visa to New Zealand a lot lately in Nigeria from people from Nigeria. So
Yeah.
someone has been he reached me out. He told me, bros, that he know that I live close to Australia and New Zealand. He wants to make some verification about his visa, that he wants to come to New Zealand if I have anyone there. I said, well, I have someone, a friend, my friend, one of my friends, he's also a social media TikToker, Odogu Kiwi. He lives in New Zealand. So I said,
Yeah.
okay, give me that your visa. I will check it on my own on computer here. That's what they call visa verification. I will check it. If it comes up, it's correct. I will call back. I will send you back the correct if it's genuine or not. I
Yeah.
check it. It's telling me the visa cannot be found. I send it to two of my friend in New Zealand. I say, I beg you, guy, can you guys check this for me? Both of them check it. It couldn't work. The software, the migration lawyer is showing them that there's a software this Nigerian migration lawyer will show them. Once they put all those details, it will come up as real visa. Yes, sir. With their Nigerian software. But when you use the software, the official website of New Zealand visa, to check it, it will tell you that this visa cannot be found. This visa cannot be identified with anyone. I tell the guy was that he said, no, they're telling. I said, man, look, I've done what I can do to help you. This
Yeah.
visa is not genuine.
Yeah.
It cannot be found in New Zealand official website.
Yeah.
Those websites they are using it to check on it for you. It's fake website. They are the one
Wait.
that created that same website. You can create
Yeah.
website with 10,000 naira or
Mm-hmm.
maybe 1 million, depending on if they collect 7 million from you, they can use 1 million to create website so that when they
Exactly.
put it there, you go think
It will
say na
show.
everything. When you reach airport, you go find one excuse give you. By then they don't collect your money. So I tell the guy, look, this is fake, and the guy was so frustrated. He feel disappointed because he never made his own research. I told them that the best way to go to New Zealand, all those countries, to find a school route. If you are dealing with the university direct, uni will give you admission letter. They
Okay.
will also give you what they call confirmation of enrollment or invitation letter to apply for visa. They will tell the
Okay.
immigration of that country that, look, oh, Mr. David has gotten admission to study in Harvard University and he has completed his tuition fees. Please,
Yeah.
can you allow him to apply for visa? These are his official letter to show that he has, been enrolled to study in New Zealand. Now,
Mhm.
you as a student, now what you do now is to go to immigration, submit your documents, check their process to pay the visa fees. You and immigration now will now deal directly. If
Hmm.
immigration of that country do not give you that visa based on one or two things they find out on your admission, that's a different case. The
That's a
school,
different story.
the school will generally refund you your school fees. If you pay
Wow.
$10,000 for school fees, the school may take maybe 2%, which is like banking fees, but they will refund you. You are sure of your money back to your account. Or sometimes they will say, okay, they will move it to the next semester.
Mhm.
They will now give you another offer. Then you now reapply for visa again the next year.
This thing is getting common now, or people are getting scared, right? You want to bring your wife from Nigeria with you to abroad. I've seen it that some men they were scared of. I mean, they're scared of it. Like, no, I'm not going to bring my wife. If I bring my wife, there are a lot of news. She might dump me. She might call police on me and stuff like that. In your own view, what will you advise men to do? Should they bring their wife along when they're coming, or they should leave their wife back in Nigeria and they should be the odogu?
Yeah, my own view is this. I agree and disagree. Bringing your wife to abroad is a bonus. If I'm making $2,000 Australian dollars every 2 weeks, if I bring my wife here, she's making $1,005 or $2,000. It's $4,000 when we put them together. If we're paying mortgage, it's more faster and easier. If I want to travel, I go bring $500. My wife bring $500. It's 1,000. Both of us will travel. We enjoy our life. At the same time, you have a companion because abroad is so boring and lonely. You have opportunity of having your kids here. You have someone to discuss your problem with. You share your idea with.
Sure.
You have someone you know, to like knack every night and here and there. But if you don't have those things, at the same time, you also have your peace of mind. You also have, you avoid not being called police by your wife. So now the issue is our women here most of the time now, especially the Gen Z women, they making it hard for good women that plans to support their husband, women that have good intention of getting married to abroad based men to not to get that opportunity anymore. Let me say, the women now that are opportune to get to abroad by their husband are making it difficult for good and supportive Nigerian women that plans to go to abroad to support their husband not to have that opportunity anymore. Because anything that comes to us Nigeria will spoil it. Indians have a lot of people that comes to Western world because they use their family ties. It's called family ties. You bring your partner to join you wherever you live. Chinese have a lot of family ties. They bring their wife will come, they bring his brother. Yeah, you know that thing, that family ties. Filipinos, the same. Vietnam, the same. South Africa, the same. But when it comes to Nigeria, we try to damage everything that comes our way. This thing has been ways people bring out their wife. Because men, if you look at the population of men in Nigeria, men are reducing. Nigeria population is predominantly women.
Mm.
Nigerian population is more of women than men. Why? It's because men travel a lot. Men can take risks. Like we're talking of Adoro, men can go through Mediterranean Sea to go to Italy, to go to Europe. Men can find any way to escape Nigeria, but women
Sure.
cannot take the risk. Now, you as a man, you travel out so far, go to a country, take Adoro for 8, 7 years. get your say. Some of us even take the risk of marrying older women, akata or older mama, just to get our stay. After we have settled down in that country, you now decide to go to home to go and bring a wife based on we want to empower our women. We have that belief that you must marry from where you come from. Now you bring that woman thinking that when this woman arrives to Nigeria and to the country that you base, she's going to be the same woman that you know before. She's
Yeah.
going to be loyal to you. She's going to follow that our culture of men being on top of men being on top doesn't mean that you must abuse your wife. Of men being the man in charge of the house. Hmm?
Dave, excuse me,
Bring the
please go
woman
ahead, please. Go ahead. I
with
need to use my
with the
phone.
with the hope that when she come to that country, she will support you financially, she will support you emotionally, she will support your family. But when this woman arrive, this woman will turn to a daredevil. She will change drastically. You see this woman, she disobey all your instruction. You see this woman, when you tell her do something, she will tell you that you're abusing her. You see this woman, she doesn't cook for you anymore. She doesn't listen to you. You and her will be dragging rights in the house. You don't know if you are the man or the woman. So now it has become a popular thing going on, especially in UK. It's happening here in Australia. It's happening in USA. It's happening in Canada. It's happening in Germany, Europe. So many guys now are now finding it difficult to bring a woman to join them because of things like that. I don't blame them, but the point is this: at the end of the day, if you have a good wife that you've known her for a very long time, if you have a woman that you know is very supportive, if you have a woman that you know that this woman have fear of God, a woman that can fear God, a woman that have emotion, a woman that respects you, a woman that cannot be pushed by the environment, a woman that cannot be pushed by the money she's making in that country, in that new country. If you have someone like that, it's a blessing because it will help you to get to your point of destination quick. Because in a Western world, like I said, we cannot be a billionaire in a country like Australia, Canada, Netherlands. We can never. We can live as an average human life because we are not born here. We
Yeah.
are just migrants. We can only live on a pay slip or paycheck. If we are
Mhm.
managed to have a little business, maybe a restaurant, grocery shop, or convenience shop, that's highest most of us can achieve in abroad because it's really hard for you to live on top because we are not born there. We haven't really know about how the system work. And most of the people you see in the Western country that are rich, it comes from their father, their mother. They have inheritance. So we
Inheritance.
just came there as a migrant. So now if you have a woman that you bring from Nigeria, you really know that this woman have a fear of God. She cannot be moved by the system because the system is different from Nigeria. Some people get influenced easily. So why a woman will just come to Australia? It's not even up to 3 4 months. She changed. She started calling police to her husband. I showed you a video of a popular human rights activist. This man is a very popular man. Like they used to have thousands of views during the COVID. They used to settle marriage issues. They used to help people to recover their debt. I was surprised that this man later this woman was pregnant. When she was pregnant, a lot of people were commenting, "Oh, take this your wife abroad. Why do you leave her here? She's old. It's better she have that baby in abroad." I was seeing those comments. This man, he's a citizen of Poland. He has Polish citizenship, but he lives in Netherlands. He lives where you live now.
Yeah.
And the man, because he wanted the best interest of the child and the wife, he decided to export them or migrate them to Poland to come and have the baby so that
Mhm.
there will be less complication because the woman is older woman. She's like in her 40s.
Yeah.
Now, it's not even up to 2 months. I was surprised. I saw their video on social media because the man seems to be more active on social media. He absolutely posts everything that happened, which is not good. Sometimes you have to keep some things out of the social media. So
Sure.
the man is posting so many things. The woman called police on him. I was so surprised when I saw that video, because I saw how they always settle people's marriage on their platform. I saw sometimes he and the wife, when the man come back to Nigeria, they'll be kissing on social media. They'll be showing love. But it's not even up to 3 months. He moved the woman from Nigeria to
to
Western
Poland.
country. Everything changed. So to me, I don't know if it's the system, if it's the women that decide to do that. Because I seen Indians, they don't never marry white. Most of my Indian people, they never, they don't marry outside their race. They always go home to marry. Pakistan, the same. My landlord is a Pakistani man. His son went to Pakistan. His son was born here, but he went to Pakistan to marry, to bring here. And him and his wife is happy. They live very happily. The same with other people race. But how come it's Nigerian that is always being attacked by the Western system? How come it's always Nigeria that is on the receiving end? Their women always change so quick. They change within a twinkle of an eye. A
Wow.
woman that you see, you believe that this woman is the best. My friend on too is also going on. I even said to them last time. Two of my friends, one was he gave very dark man the man's video to post on her page, on his page. Why? Because the man is going to Nigeria this Christmas. So the
Yeah.
woman saw chats the man was having with other girls in Nigeria. The man was promising them that he will marry them and bring them to Australia. So now the wife saw those messages. He gave those things to very dark man to post to inform those girls that the man is married with 2 kids. That the man is a married man. How does he want to bring another woman to Australia when he's, you know, already married here? I know that it's wrong to cheat, but things like that shouldn't go to that point of giving it to very dark man to post.
Mhm.
And this girl was the girl that was on student visa here. She was studying. This my friend married a white woman. They have 2 kids before. So after some time, he left the white woman. He decided to marry here. And the girl, both of them are from Imo State.
Yeah.
Now, when he saw this girl, he said, "Oh, this girl will give me peace of mind." I was asking him, how is this relationship with this girl? You haven't known her for a very long time. He said, "Yeah, yeah, the girl is giving me peace of mind. At least we're from the same tribe. We're Igbo, we're Imo State." Surprisingly, both of them have broken up. They are no longer together.
Can you
The
imagine?
girl taking child support from him because the girl had baby with him. But the boy have already sponsored her for partner from student visa to a partner visa. The girl is still waiting for her permanent resident, but she already gotten temporary partner visa. And because she have a kid who is Australian, the kid because the father is Australian citizen, so basically the kid will be so the woman has no issue. Government will not even ask her to go because she already have a kid. So in her own eyes, she believe that she has already gotten what she wants from the guy. And it's not like the girl is almost 40.
But you
It
see,
doesn't
what
even matter.
what surprised me here is that um, Niger men they're scared to go to Nigeria to go and bring a wife all the way from Nigeria to wherever they are. But here's the story that the lady in question, they live in Australia, right? And the guy too live based in Australia. So the two of them, try to marry. At least they're on the same spot there. But still, it doesn't work. The two of them have to go their separate ways. Because we
Yes,
used to campaign that wherever you are, try as much as you can to marry
marry
there.
them. Yeah,
So now that this guy now married a Nigerian woman
who
based
lives
in the
there?
same area, and
Yeah,
they're still separated. In the nearest future, if someone is saying now, wherever you are, you can marry there. This type of man will tell you, Bobo, please don't try it. Go back to Nigeria, go and marry. And the one in
and
Nigeria too, we're also scared because when you bring them over here, then they will become bunga fish again for your neck.
I know
So,
one man here in Australia. He has bought 2 women. He
wow.
never give up, and the 2 women he left. The other one left him. I think the second one have left him too. They say he's even planning to go again and bring. He said he wants to marry a Nigerian lady. We tell him, guy, if Nigeria doesn't work, they are good Filipinos. They are
Mhm.
good. They are good Thailand girls here.
Thailand,
They are
yeah.
good white women. Those women will save you from paying expensive migration fees to bring
Sure.
them. Family members, if you have a Nigerian wife, you'll be paying a lot of money to support the family member back home. A
Haku.
Nigerian wife will want you to pay more of the bills in the house. A white woman will never allow you to pay full bill. She wants to pay half half. If you have white women that are good, you have kid with her, you stick with her. Don't have the issue most of us have. with white women is that we believe that if you marry a white woman, you must surely leave her to have another child somewhere else, to have
Yeah.
another, and your family member will be putting pressure on you. I have kids with white woman. Even my mom, sometimes they tell me, "Oh, their woman, that their children are not. Are you sure those children will come home? They will not come home." I say, "Mommy, look, those ones that will come home, even if I have kids in Nigeria, those kids will still want to come abroad. What's the
Mhm.
difference? It doesn't make difference. You can't have a kid now in Nigeria and those kids, you leave them there, you abandon them. At a point, they will be disturbing you. They will be putting more pressure on you to bring them to overseas. So it's the same. So if you have a woman that is in that country, it doesn't matter the race. Let's that mentality. That's until we get rid of that mentality. That is what will actually help us. Because we believe in our culture, we believe that you must marry from your race. You are an Igbo, you must marry Igbo. Yoruba, you must marry Yoruba. Edo, you one man is there. He's a Yoruba guy. He married one lady before, Aboriginal. He came here many years ago. Aboriginal lady. He got 4 kids with the Aboriginal. But the family put pressure on him. He went home to marry. Do you know what? When he bought this woman accused him of rape.
Hi.
He went to family court for 4 years for rape charges.
Oh.
The woman that saved him is his ex-wife, Aboriginal woman. They are back again. His kids are older, like the man now, the kids are very, he's a old man, he's like 50s or 60. He came here many years ago. He's the
Yeah.
one that he told me, David, never you try to go home to marry. Say it's a scam. They want to use you. This woman, he married this woman in Nigeria. They have 4 kids. I think 2 kids while the woman was in Nigeria. He brought her here to have another two. When he finally have issue with this woman went to court, said that this man raped him.
Ah.
And here they don't believe, they don't hear anything about rape. Whether not true, who will come for your evidence? No one was in the bedroom. There was no
Mhm.
camera. Once the woman say it, they always want to, listen to her
Listen
because
to
they know
her.
you guys have access all the time. So you have to keep proving yourself, spending money. After all the money he spent wasted, they say okay, they resolve the issue out of family court. He didn't go to court. The other Aboriginal woman came, told them witness that this guy is a good guy. They live for so and so years. He never raped him. This allegation are false. That's when they even listened to the man. That this
Mm.
man was a good man. That both of them were together. They were married together. He's not a bad person.
Okay.
So
Now, what would you advise new incomer that are just coming in all the way from Nigeria? Because some of them, the moment they get here, they see like, oh, I can easily buy a car, I can get work, I can do this, I can do that, and stuff like that. And some of them, they will not have that knowledge or the idea on how to develop themselves to blend with the society that they have. Some of them still carry that mentality of say, oh, I'm just going in there to do a factory work or whatever. It's not that factory work is not good, but then, I mean, yeah, if you're learned in Nigeria and you're coming overseas, why can't you take some courses or some course at least to elevate, to brush yourself up so that you can at least earn a good living? So,
yeah,
what advice will you give people like that?
yeah, that's right. The issue is that many of us, when they come, they want to join the bandwagon. Here in Australia, a lot of us are doing care home, disability support worker, carer. Once you arrive to Australia, the first thing you do is to go and get your certificate, start doing carer, aged care, disability. I told them, look, there is so many of us now in this industry, so many Africans in this industry. There is so many other things we can do apart from disability support worker.
Yeah.
You can be a bus driver. The bus are looking for people to do bus driving. You
Mm.
can be a forklift driver. You
Yeah.
can be a crane. People that drive crane in the factory, like those
Crane.
crane that up. Yeah, you make
Yeah.
good money. They make good money. They make up to $35 an hour. You can
Yeah.
be a plumber. You can learn how to do plumbing. You
Yeah.
can go and learn other things. You can work in a hospital. You can do other job. There's so many job in hospital. There's chefs. There are people that cook, that bring food for the sick people.
For
There's
patients,
people
yeah.
that yeah, there are people that drive the people that push the patient when you
Patients,
arrive.
yeah.
There's so many other jobs you can do without having to all of us to join together in one field. All of us to just,
Mhm.
this job now, oh, Africans, African, like it's becoming a norms. So when you move to a new country, try to discover many opportunities. There's so many other things you can do. It's not necessarily you must join the bandwagon. You must do what other Nigerians in that country are doing. You know, try and get skills, make research. Say, okay, if people are in this field, why don't I go to a different team? Why don't I get this skill? Why don't I learn this? Why don't I become a cyber IT specialist? Why don't you learn a skill? Some IT courses is more than, it's not even up to 6 months. You can
Yeah.
do 6 months program, get your certificate, get employed, and you'll be getting even more higher than those people. You know,
Mhm.
you can get, we think that, oh, you're doing, these people are making more money. Most of the time, this job is that they do 3, 4 jobs in a day to survive.
Wow.
But you can do only one shift and you'll be making more than they do. And you still
Yeah,
have time for yourself. You have time for your family.
sure.
You know, if you are working in those kind of field, I tell you now, most of these carer, they do 4 or 5 jobs, different companies, and they do work 7, 6 days a week. They work 6 days a week. They never have time for their family. That's when the problem, when you bring your wife, you see you have start having issue. You can't see your wife. Your wife is finishing morning shift. You are coming for night shift. Both of you will not have that romantic relationship anymore. No more time for, no more bonding. You don't have time for the kids. There's so many other job you can do online. You can do some job, you can work in your home. There's some job that have hours. Like morning, you start 6 a.m., you finish 4, you come back home. You spend time with the family the whole day. You don't need to be running everywhere, you know. So many people can get the skills. Look for skills. There's so many online skills. And in a Western country, if you have your resident permit or you have, um, I know sometimes it can be expensive if you're an international student because some skill can, but there's certain ones that are very cheap that doesn't
Mm.
necessarily mean that you spend big money. You can do them 2, 3 months. Take days off. Forget those hours you want to work. Go to those training. Do security. Even security too. Some people make security. You can be a bouncer. You can be a personal guard.
Yeah.
You can be in position. There's so many other jobs. Without necessarily having to stop all of us being in one particular position. So when you travel to a country new, forget about building house in Nigeria. Initially,
Ah.
those things comes with time.
Yeah.
Forget about showing off. Don't go and show off to your friends in Nigeria. Hey man, I've arrived. I bought a new car. Look at me. I want to start foundation. That land I bought in Lagos, Lekki. Can you see how
Mhm.
much to start foundation? So you start building all the money you make, you start sending it here. Forget those things. Those things come with time. First of all, develop yourself. Let's give yourself a development, get a skills, get education, you know, find a way to get a permanent stay in that country. First, focus on those things before you start thinking of house you build in Nigeria, land you buy, showing off, sending money here and there to show off that you have arrived, that you're in a good country. So that is one of the reasons why you see many people come. They will just be stuck in one profession. They never have any other, like they
That
never
was
diversify, yeah, other skills. They will just keep in that skill. They will keep doing it until they get older. Then when they are a certain age now, it's very hard to pull out because you're already stuck in that particular profession. It's happened to many of us, many people that do it. But I'm just advising for the young upcoming people trying to migrate to a new country. They should look inward, look for other opportunities. Don't just necessarily stick to what every Nigerians or every Africans are doing. There are other opportunities you can find yourself in, and you'll be making more better money, and you still have time for yourself as well as your family. So yeah, that's what that one for my that my answer, that is my answer for that questions.
wow. That's a powerful one. That's a powerful one. Then let's look at it also. I mean, Nigerians also in diaspora. Is it not what we portray that instigates the ones in Nigeria to want to think like, you know what, I just want to go there and make money because you see some Nigerians abroad. There's one thing I call keep up appearances, right? All they do is just go to one motor park, car park there, they take pictures or whatever, then they send it home. And that will now start to boost the morale of those ones at home. Like, wow, my friend has arrived. Look at the car that you look at the house and look at stuff like that. But in reality, I mean, the guy lives just in one room.
Well, the thing is that to be honest, people's lifestyle cannot be controlled. Because some people naturally they are like that. They like to show off. They want to buy expensive clothes. They want to show, you know, people that where they live in abroad, they are doing well. So that is just their own lifestyle. But it's left for you in Nigeria to know that this person is not what it is. Sometimes it's not about appearance that matters. It's about what is obsessed. What is that person doing? Some people are very rich, but you don't even see them show off. You don't even know they don't even post much on social media. They don't go about telling people how rich they are. It's when you go close to them, when you see them in their house, when you come to their house that you know, oh wow, this guy is really doing well. Like I said, when you are in Nigeria, you have a lot of opportunities there. You can also get something to do for yourself. Don't be deceived by the environment people post. A Western country, the countries, they are very clean countries. The houses, they are very glamming. When you see it is shining, everywhere is clean. So people can park expensive cars here. You just see it on it, snap a photo with skyscrapers, with in front of the beach, or the house, they are very good looking. So like it doesn't really mean that that person that snapped that photo live in that those. How many of us can afford to live in a skyscraper? A skyscraper here in Australia, like to afford it, like you'll be looking at paying maybe $1,000 a week to afford to live in those kind of houses. Yeah. So those houses, most of the people that live it are rich men. Sometimes they use it for office or maybe hotel. So when you see those houses, like I go to them, some of them, I take photo when I'm inside there, but that does not really mean that I live in those houses. So when you see me take a photo while I'm in a Crown Tower, the place we call it Crown Tower. I
Yeah.
stay in more than 100-story building. Then when I snap a photo there, you think, oh man, David is enjoying. Look at the house he lives. He lives on top of Crown Tower. No, 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 I don't. I don't live there. I only visit. So don't be deceived by what you see on social media. All right. If someone is coming from Nigeria and he's gonna show off with the little money he makes, his dollar, pound, euro, or whatever. Try to also be careful how you eat the money with him, because sometimes those money cannot be made legitimately. There's so recently I've been seeing a lot of Nigerians, they've been cracking down on them. They busted them from doing some scam. People that work very hard like us never show off that much,
Mhm.
because you suffer, you sit down for hours, you stand for hours to make $2,000. You can't be spending it extravagantly. You
Yeah.
spend it wisely. You try to minimize, because it takes you longer hours to make that money. You don't just go to Nigeria and start showing up. People that show off much are people that sometimes their income are unquestionable. They don't know how they make their money. And you that
That's
lives
true.
in Nigeria, you see that person, you are praising him, you want to travel to be like him. Have you asked him how he made the money he's showing off? You just have to sit down and think, oh, this guy he's in Malaysia, or he's in Thailand, he came back home, or he's Turkey. Turkey, there's no job in Turkey. And you see someone that come from Turkey, he's spending million of naira, showing off on in a hotel. He closed hotel, a club, spending that money. There's a way he makes that money. It's not really ordinarily,
Sure.
because but you want to follow him, you want to be like him, and you try to be like him. Maybe in the process you get caught, or you get yourself in trouble. You suffer it. You go to jail for many years. I've seen so many Nigerians now. Some of them are begging like 30 to 20 years in jail in USA. 20, 30 years taken out of your life in a custody,
It's
incarceration.
gone. It's
It's not. It
gone.
doesn't want it. It doesn't want it. You need your freedom where you can go back, come home. You visit your family in Nigeria. You come back home. You don't have to be scared at the airport. Like when they check nowadays, you guys should be careful when you're traveling. They check airports. At the airport, they check your phone. Like here in Australia, they can take, yeah, airports official have power to take your phone from you to check what you're typing, what you're doing with it. You know, if
Wow.
you're doing all those Yahoo, they ask them, oh, send me answer. They send it on video call or voice SMS. They have interpreter. They have interpreter. We interpret them. If you like, speak the tickets Yoruba. If you like, speak tickets Igbo. They will interpret it for them, and they will
So
tell them, look at what this person said. So whatever you guys are doing, just make sure you do it legitimately, so that when you're traveling, when you're going to somewhere, no one will bust you, no one will question you. A Nigerian guy that was a local government chairman last time, he went to USA. They gave him a visa. On the point of entry, they arrested him. You know, he's going to jail like 20 years for doing online scam for a very long time while he was in Nigeria. So if you are traveling this Christmas, you want to go and show off, well, it's good to show off. Also, be careful in Nigeria. Nigeria is not really the best place to show off now, because a lot of people are going through a lot. So there's so much poverty there. You don't want to
yeah,
go and have so much money. You know, you
yeah,
do that, people over there will not be happy with you as well. If you have that money, why don't you help people? You know, use it to help your family member. Empower one or two people. You know, take them overseas, give them job there, send them to school. Those that want to learn skill or trade, empower them instead of using the money to go and, you know, close down club, carry girls, go to all the parties, all the events. You go there, you throw dollars, throw money up, like the one that happen most of the time in our place. You know, you see them they showing throwing up dollars
yeah,
in
yeah,
a birthday or marriage ceremonies just to show that
yeah.
they acquire a lot of money. So to me, I think
John,
yeah,
sorry, people are replying here. John, thanks a lot also. But the thing you can do for us also is to go to African Black Gold TV. Yeah, go and subscribe there. Then you will hear more of this there. John is thanking us. He said, Omo, thank you for the information. Yeah, and people are really enjoying it. They're giving comment there. So I have to be very, very careful when I go to Nigeria. Thanks for this information. God bless you. So people are talking. Well,
that's
yeah,
fine.
thanks, John. John, just go African, yeah, Black Gold TV. I will try to put it on TikTok here, on top now. I will pin it there. But before that, just go there and then you hear more of this. Okay, sir, the guy from Dubai, I
Mhm.
think he has yeah, that's innocent, right? He's even
Yeah, yeah.
comment here.
In his chat, is
Yeah, yeah,
innocent,
yeah, yeah. Charles innocent.
innocent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his question is, he said he wants to leave Dubai because the work there is not the
Yeah, no, I know
African
about
Black
Dubai. Mm.
Gold TV. Yes, yes, Innocent. Thanks a lot, Innocent, for tapping it. I appreciate you. Thank you, sir. So Innocent wants to leave, and then he's saying that he needs someone in Europe advice, and then if there's any school that is not really, really expensive, he's asking the question if we can please help him with that with the information. So
Well, innocent. As I said, I'm not a migration lawyer, but to advise you, to give you a help or guide you, in Europe at the moment, school fees are very expensive, ranging from 5,000 to 20,000 euro per year. Now, countries like Netherlands, Austria, Germany, Switzerland, and France are more higher expensive. Countries like Finland, Norway, Denmark or Sweden are not much expensive, but the requirements are very, very expensive, or the requirements are very tedious. So they may require English language, so many things, the lingo, is it the lingo, and so many other things from you, proof of fund. And some of them, they will also request you to have 10,000 euro deposited in a block account. All right.
wow,
Now, if you want to go to cheap countries, I think the country that you are talking of 5,000 euro would be like Malta or Malta. Some people call it Malta. Spain is a bit less expensive, but they say Spain is I think language barrier is also another issue. You have to learn Spanish.
Spanish, yeah.
And sometimes Spain, you are not allowed to work as international student for 2 years. Some of
Wow.
them have removed that restriction now. Then Poland is also good, but as a Nigerian, is they don't give any appointments again. They used to give a lot before, but the Nigeria have cast that Poland thing. So the same with Portugal. Nigeria too have cast them. So try Poland, Portugal, also try this country, Romania and Hungary. All those countries are cheaper. You can get their school fees of 5,000 euro. That is the less school fees you can see, 5,000 euro. There's no more. Any school that is less than 5,000 euro is questionable. You just look at it. I've made research so much. I have my brother, so I want to send him to go and do school in Europe. But he doesn't want to go on school because he's my elder brother. He's older than me. He said he doesn't want to study anymore. I say, look, bros, I don't want to spend my money, give agent. So it's better you go school there. If you leave school, then if you find what you want, if you leave school, that's up to you. But don't.
What of Portugal? Portugal, Luxembourg? I
Yeah,
don't know.
Portugal. He has applied for Luxembourg. Luxembourg doesn't give admission to Nigerians.
Ah,
Yes, my brother applied this. I paid the application fees. They rejected the admission. They say no, that it doesn't meet the criteria. I say why? They say it doesn't. They will use that to discharge you because
yeah.
it's a very highly demand countries, highly skills. So they take more of people from Western countries. Yes, and they give those people priority. Maybe
Mhm.
Chinese, Vietnam, Filipino, those people they give them second priority. Before
Yeah.
now they will take in Nigeria. If you say take Nigeria, maybe one or two. If 20 or 100 Nigerians apply or 200 Nigerians apply, if you take two, so those two may be the highly qualified people, maybe people with best results, you know. So you can try Portugal. Everyone is there. Try Portugal. Try Luxembourg, like he said. Luxembourg is good. They don't. The school fees is very cheap, affordable, but they don't give admission to Nigerians.
Okay.
Also,
Oh,
there was a time we are using Luxembourg work visa. Luxembourg doesn't give work visa, guy. I've said this so many times. Luxembourg, people use it to scam a lot of people. Sorry, 1 second. My
no
my
problem.
washing machine is
No
beeping.
problem.
I have to.
You just go ahead. I will take over and finish. Yeah. So, Mr. Innocent, you don't hear now. Eh? Say the countries that you can go that are cheaper. He has mentioned the name of the countries. Yeah. Just try and do more research yourself about those countries because if you want to come to real Europe, like Germany, Netherlands, and France, or what have you, the money is very expensive, and that's why he made mention of Poland, Romania, uh, Portugal, stuff like that. Those ones, the fee, yeah, is minimum. It's something that someone can afford. But when you start going up, to France, Germany, UK, Netherlands, and then it's getting more expensive as well. So, but then I'm going to ask, I think, I'm not sure, right? But I don't think you can fly from Dubai, yeah, to this country that we're saying now. Probably you need to go back to Nigeria first to go and apply in Nigeria, and then from Nigeria, then you can now travel down to Europe to go and do your masters or what have you. Normally. Actually, I only need to get everything done. Even I can do my capturing here, everything can be done here. Because I have my residence here, so oh, okay. Then I just go back home and I can fly from Nigeria. Even from here, I can fly, but just that I don't need to cancel my visa here before flying. So, but it's better for me to cancel it if I'm done with everything, both the visa process and everything, capturing by matrix, everything I can do it here. Yeah, it's allowed. Oh, okay. Yeah, but people that used to go back to Nigeria is people that doesn't have residence. Oh. They don't, if it's ID, they don't know that they're like illegal. They need to go back to find to make the preparation. But in Dubai, is it that there's no work in Dubai, or you just don't like the environment? You just want to get out of that place? There is work. Okay. I'm at work now. Very
financial aspect of it is the problem. I work literally 14 hours, like let me say 14 hours. I work in control room, CCTV. That's where I am.
Yeah.
So, but the pay is very poor. The pay is very poor, and you need to stay where you stay. At least consider maybe either your family or somebody assisting you. Because me, I'm somebody that believe in I can't do it alone. Like in terms of making fun, I just want to say if I'm working, let me look for way to get married and then settle down with my wife and then in that area or something, so that we can be, putting heads together while making funds. So but this place cannot promote such because it's difficult for you to bring your spouse down here to stay. It's very, very difficult. So sorry. Go ahead, Pastor.
Wow. Uh-huh. So, because I asked him about the fact that probably he needs to go back home to go and apply for those visa, he said no, that he has residence there in Dubai, that he has everything in Dubai, so he can leave from Dubai to wherever he wants to go to. So, and
No,
I
he
said,
has a better opportunity to start applying. At least once you're outside Nigeria, you have access to information more than someone in Nigeria. So
sure,
now, if he wants to go to country, any country he wants to go, once he type TikTok, go on TikTok, type cheap country in Europe with $5,000 school fees. Once you type it on TikTok, you see thousands of videos of people have made about those countries. You don't even need to asking me to send you schools, name of schools.
You know,
So
yeah.
you have your phone. Can I talk? Sorry, let me finish. You have your phone, you have your computer with you. Once you type it on TikTok, people you see a lot of people, thousands of people from different countries, from India, Filipino, they have been to those countries. They will make a video on it. Some of them chat them up, ask them how did you get here. There's also some good migration lawyers in Dubai there that are even more reliable than the ones in Nigeria. They can help you to process it even more better. Those guys from Sri Lanka, India, they are very good. Indian people are more honest than us. They will help you process and they have more updated information because those Indian guys they are very, very versatile with information and they give it to their people quick. That's why you see them they traveling very fast. Those guys you can approach them, you can go to the office in Dubai, there talk to them, say, look, I want to go to this country. I'm a Nigerian national. Can you help me to go to this country? This is my funding or my income. This is what I can afford. So I need a budget of $5,000 schools within that range. Anything more than that, I will not afford it. So they will now give you options. They'll say, okay, oh yeah, we got this schools in Poland, we got this one in Holland, we got this one in Luxembourg, we got this one in this. They'll give you so many options. You now will be the one to choose one. All right. Instead of because like I said, I'm not a migration lawyer, but my own information is on TikTok. It's very handy. You type it on TikTok here, you see so many information. You even see some migration lawyer in that country. Once you type migration lawyer in Luxembourg, it comes up. Some of them speak English, some of them don't speak. So the ones that can understand English, you can type them, message them. So look, I'm in Dubai here. I'm looking at migrating to Luxembourg. I have this country nationality, Nigeria, and I have so skills. I have so education. So and my budget is between 5 to 2,000 euro. Can you guys help me with anyone that can, employ me or any work visa? They will tell you, okay, we don't do work visa. We only do student visa. It's okay now. Can you guys help me to find school that are affordable? It's as simple as that. You get information. You don't be shy to approach people that's outside their race. You must not be Nigeria. You can approach those people I said, those Sri Lanka guys, some people from Europe, some people from Egypt. Chat them up on social media. Some of them can help. They are very helpful. It must not necessarily be a Nigerian migration lawyer. If you're in Dubai, I don't see reason why you should send someone in Nigerian money to apply for you for visa. Why you have more information in Dubai there?
yeah,
There's so many migration lawyer there. They're helping all these Indians. They help Pakistani people. They help Filipinos. They help Thailand. You talk to them, tell them, look, I want to move to this country, I want to get a better. Some of them can, at least those people are more reliable than Nigeria, 100%. I know someone here in Australia, he's a chef. He's from Nigeria. Someone that helped him is from Sri Lanka. He
Mm.
had the immigration lawyer from Sri Lanka. He helped him, sorted it out for him. And he came here on as a chef with 2-year work visa. As a chef, someone that he was cooking in Dubai. He has a certificate in Dubai as a chef. He has practiced before. And here in Australia, they need chef. They want people that know how to cook. If you're a chef, you make good. This is another opportunity to most of us don't go into. Most of us don't go into all this chef of a thing. It's a good opportunity. With chef here, you can get your permanent resident as a chef, as a cook, someone that know how to cook in a hotel. They are looking for them. It's a higher demand job. You know how to cook continental dishes. You know how to make burger, pasta, pizza, all those food, all those English food. You can learn it. It's on YouTube. You can go to the school in Dubai there, practice it. Probably take you maybe 1 or 2 years. You have known how to cook continental dishes. You use it to get a better opportunity in Europe, Luxembourg. Those countries, they want people that can cook for them, you know. So that is it, man. That's it for your questions. I think that answers you, sense. So if you want more information, you can subscribe to his YouTube or my YouTube.